Good? I'm Tyler Carroll. This is Garret Pegler, owner of Go Shield Film, and this is GS FAQ. Today, we're going to be asking Garret your questions, and we're going to be focusing on paint protection film. Is it true that your insurance will cover your full car wrap if you inform them about the full car wrap installation prior to an accident?
To my knowledge, yes. We do a lot of work for body shops where these cars have been wrapped by us or by other shops, and they wreck them, and the body shops are contracting us to, after they repair the vehicle, to put a new clear bra on it, which is all being covered under insurance.
Interesting.
A lot of insurance companies do things differently. I know my personal insurance, I have to notify them for any aftermarket type stuff that I want to get covered, aftermarket grill, amp steps, things like that. I have to notify them, and usually, they increased my premium a couple bucks or whatever for those things, but I'm not quite sure what other insurance companies do. Again, whether or not the customer has to notify their insurance to let them know. I know some you do, and I've heard some you don't. But for the most part, yeah, it should be covered under insurance.
Wow, I did not know that. Should I wax my PPF?
You should. It doesn't hurt to use like a Carnauba rub wax. The problem that we see with that is customers doing it themselves. Anywhere the film ends, like say on the top of a hood or around your headlights, that wax will build up around those seams, and generally the wax is white and it stands out, starts looking ugly. There's plenty of spray waxes out there that are good. They're very easy to install. It's a spray on, wipe off. It's not rubbing or anything, but I generally tell our customers about once a month after the vehicle has been cleaned, use a spray wax on it. That just really helps it clean it off much easier. So it is something I do recommend.
Garret, like most millennials, I'm in love with Tesla. I love everything about them. I think they look super cool. This Model Y back here has a stealth wrap, just in case you guys were wondering, tinted headlights and tail lights, and it's even got carbon fiber PPF on the inside. But I've heard that Teslas have issues with paint. Is that true?
We have seen several issues with, the Tesla, but we see it in all the manufacturers really. That goes from all the way up to Lamborghinis down. None of them are perfect. Yeah, the water-based paint's very soft. The paints just aren't what they used to be 30 years ago. Regulations has forced that. Definitely recommend doing at least a ceramic coating. Tesla owners understand that, and I think that's why we work on so many. I mean, you can't come to my shop one day without a Tesla being here. There's always at least one. We work on them all the time. I'm a fan. I do like them, but there are definitely some flaws in the paint. That type of customer, they're keeping the car much longer, and they see the value in doing the full wrap to, again, protect it for a long term.
And in your experience, are people here typically to get ceramic coat or paint protection film on their Tesla?
Ceramic coating as well, but I would say the majority are paint protection film.
So in terms of protection, you have ceramic coat, you have paint protection film, but there is an option where you can marry the two together for this paint protection combination. Now, Garret, what do you think about that? Is it wise to get PPF in the front and ceramic in the back, kind of like a mullet?
Yeah, I mean, I recommend that. Honestly, again, a full car wrap is an expensive investment, and I understand that. Can't or don't want to spend the money to do the entire car. Doing at least the front end is going to protect you from your major rock chips, scratches, whatnot. And doing the ceramic is going to keep the gloss, again, hydrophobic, all the things that ceramic does. It's definitely better than doing nothing at all.
Right. And it's great because it's in such a low probability area to get struck with a rock chip while driving, at least, that it makes sense to go ceramic coat there because you probably won't need that rock chip protection there.
Yes, but I don't think most people are doing the full wraps necessarily for rock chips. We've had countless customers who have had door dings, things hit their car in their garage, bikes falling on their car in their garage, where the paint protection film actually did save their paint. It damaged the film. We had to replace it in that area, whether it be the door or the hood, but that's still a better route than having to repaint. Anybody who's had to have their car painted, you know, it's a process, it takes time, and it's expensive. We reinstall the film, customers down the road the same day. Just happened the customer had a bicycle hanging in their garage, the bicycle fell, put a big, large dent in their hood, damaged the film, scratched it really bad, which again, if it wasn't on there, it definitely would have damaged the paint. It definitely would have been a hood repaint. We were able to remove the film, did not damage the paint. It did dent it. We got the dent out, reinstalled the hood, and again, the customer was down the road. I do enjoy when customer, you know, comes in after we did a full car wrap, tells me, thank God I did the whole thing. I took this hit on my rear quarter panel and it saved it. You know, that one hit was worth spending the money, you know, and I get it, and trust me. And I do enjoy when it does what I tell everybody that it's gonna do.
Yeah, right, I'm sure this is validation.
Yeah.
Not everybody has the cash flow for a full car wrap. A lot of people are on a budget nowadays, especially with COVID-19. So Garrett, in your opinion, what's the best way to make my money stretch at Go Shield Film?
So I'd ask the customer what they're trying to get out of the protection. You will not get rock chip protection from ceramic coating. If the customer is more concerned of rock chips, then I would recommend going the route of paint protection film. And we do have several different packages. We can kind of break those up to meet people's budgets. Again, out of a ceramic coating, you are going to get good UV protection to wash, very hydrophobic, dirt and things like that won't stick to it as well. But in terms of, you know, major scratching or rock chips, you just won't get that protection from ceramic.
So it really depends on your use case.
It really does. I do believe in ceramic coating, and we do a lot of it. I have it on my wife's vehicle. I have it on my truck. The paints these days are very soft. We're seeing these new cars come in with less than a couple 100 miles, already have chips on them. There is no other protection better than a clear bra paint protection film.
So this one is a question that I hear a lot. What is the best way to wash your car with paint protection film on it?
Quickest way to damage, you know, your paint protection film is to do nothing at all. You do want to regularly wash the vehicle. So the best way to wash a vehicle with paint protection film on it is a hand wash. Pretty simple. Hand wash is with your hands. It's not a machine. It's not, you know, with a bunch of brushes. You know, it's a soft cloth, a good car wash soap. I know specifically Camarillo, Ventura area, they do have very hard water. In that area, I would recommend washing the vehicle later in the day. It's much cooler, gives you more time when you're drying it after you wash it to get that water off. But either way, washing it is much better than doing nothing.
So it's more important to wash it regularly, even though it may not be a hand wash, than it would be to not wash it at all.
Absolutely. Drive-through car wash would be better than nothing. I wouldn't necessarily say that would be my first option, but it's definitely better than doing nothing at all.
Okay, so it's not exactly recommended, the drive-through car wash, but it's better than nothing. Garrett, can you wrap chrome in paint protection film?
It's a good question. A lot of these new trucks, the whole front bumpers are chrome. We can wrap the chrome. We can wrap the side mirrors. If chrome is something that you're interested in protecting, we can wrap the chrome.
A popular question from truck guys out there. So I recently posted in a Tacoma Facebook group, and there was a lot of confusion over if it was a vinyl wrap or a clear bra wrap. So Garrett, can we set the record straight right now? What is the difference between clear bra and vinyl?
Well, a lot of times people are seeing these cars on social media. They say, oh, that car's wrapped. A clear bra paint protection film is very different than a vinyl wrap. Paint protection film clear bra is designed to protect, and vinyl is designed to change the aesthetics of the vehicle. Take a white car, turn it purple, turn it blue, put an advertisement wrap. That's vinyl. We have a gloss paint protection film and a satin paint protection film. So a lot of the cars you see us posting, including the Tesla behind us, that is a satin paint protection film, not vinyl. I get a lot of people that, hey, I wanted a vinyl wrap, and they get the price and oh, I thought it was a lot less expensive. Vinyl, again, to do it correctly, you have to disassemble the majority of the vehicle so you can get in all the cracks, and that's just to change the color. We don't have to necessarily pull the whole car apart to do a paint protection film wrap, because again, the purpose of that wrap is to protect it, not necessarily to change the looks, even though the satin paint protection film does. When we get customers come in and say, hey, I want my black Tesla, I want a satin black wrap, I'm having to explain, if they don't already understand, well, we have a satin paint protection film. It's gonna last 10-year warranty, and it's gonna protect your paint. I generally tell customers a vinyl wrap on a daily driven vehicle that sits outside, you may get 2 years out of the top facing surface before it starts deteriorating. That's not a situation I want to be in with the customer in 2 years when they come back to me and say, why does my hood or my roof look like this? Well, it's vinyl. Paint protection film doesn't do that, and usually I steer my customers that way. But everybody wants something different. A lot of my customers don't have their cars very long. They may have them a year, maybe 2 years, and they want to change the color. In that case, not a problem, it makes sense. But for that customer, maybe with a Honda Accord that wants to change the color and it's a daily driven car and it sits outside, I would have that discussion that, hey, this is potentially what could happen in a few short years, because vinyl just does not last like paint protection film does. It's very thin, generally in the 3 mil thickness, whereas most PPFs, paint protection film, is around 8 mils thick. And again, it has to be a lot thicker to get that protection from the rocks and whatnot.
And what blew me away about that is that you mentioned that vinyl has a degradation period of about 2 years. After about 2 years, you really begin to see it degrade. Paint protection film, 10-year warranty, right?
10-year manufacturer's warranty. We've, again, tested this stuff. I have it on all our vehicles. We have it on our sign on our building that sits out in the sun, does not get washed. It's pretty much our best testimonial out there. So I know that, it does last. There's so many different vinyl colors. There's metallics in some of these vinyls, and in Ventura County area, we get dew at night. It's an acid dew, and what happens on some of these metallic satin wraps is it rusts, and that could happen, we've seen, as short as 6-9 months. And to my knowledge, anytime we've had an issue with vinyl, the vinyl manufacturers do not back any sort of warranty whatsoever for the product itself. When we do vinyl wraps, we still stand by our installation, but I do not offer any warranty when the car leaves our shop, because I know the car leaves, they get a bird dropping on their hood, bakes on there all day, there's nothing you can do. The hood piece would be ruined, and we'd have to replace it. Whereas with, again, paint protection film, we've seen it before. You can wipe it off, give it a couple of days. If there's an etch, it generally goes away, and everybody's happy.
If we didn't hit the question that you wanted, please leave in the comment below. Next week, we are doing ceramic coat. So if you have any ceramic coating questions, please leave them in the comments as well. We read all of your comments, so we'll add them to the video. Other than that, thanks for watching.